What's up, my Randigas? We're back with another Persona video. I made a post. I was like, another one! Comment your Persona hot takes, anything you haven't played. I'll make a video on it, reading and reacting, and hopefully, not all of them about the Persona games I haven't played, and I'm confused reading them. Okay, I made this post, took this picture. Hopefully, it's not someone's art and official. I mean, I think I take someone's art. I'm sorry. Okay, let's start. 16 comments, some of them are replies, but yeah. I've seen some of these, not all of these. Strikers is an incredible game, and P5 needs an arena game. Okay, first of all, this one. I played Strike. I've dabbled into Strikers. To me, I tend to avoid the Muso genre because most of the time I actually am not a fan of them. They just become repetitive and boring. I remember I played the PSP of Naruto Shippuden. Let me put this here. Ultimate Ninja Impact, and that was a fun game because when you have like different combos and stuff, that's a fun game. I did enjoy Strikers, even if it didn't have combos and this stuff. It had one good thing is that it had different personas, so it was pretty fun. I like that it had some open world esque, and I'm a fan of platformers, so jumping around and stuff is something I really love. I enjoyed this game. I never completed it. I might complete it on this channel one day. I might do it myself. Now P5 needs an arena game. I think Midori, the reliable leaker, said there's a Persona game in works. Did she say arena? I don't remember, but like a collaboration game with everyone. To me, I do need that because I haven't played P4 Arena, but I do know there's like a situation with a certain Velvet Room attendant revolving P3, and I want to see how that is done, as opposed to why I feel like it hasn't gotten a game. And this is something, maybe I'm wrong, but how to put it? So I was looking at P4 Arena. I think it's so P4G ends and a year passes and then Narukami comes back home, if I'm correct. That's how it works, right? In my opinion, the reason they're like hesitating on this is because so they can easily promote P5 characters. Just boom, add them in. I feel like they're worried about how to promote P4 and P3 characters because in if you don't know, Arena is one of the few games that's actually a proper sequel to all the Persona games, as opposed to like something like Q or like Tactical whatever Strikers. They're like spin-offs. The characters are grown up. I feel like they're just wondering how to make these characters like grown up in. They can just do this, leave P5 characters as it is, or even if they want to grow them, they can just make them wear the Phantom Thief outfit and boom, that's the advertisement for them. I just feel like they're wondering how to advertise the P4 and P3 characters because they'd be really old by that point. I actually went to the washroom, so I'm back. Yeah. I just saw like a message from a friend. The one I told is playing Persona, or he already did. He's telling other people about it. Boys, we won. But let's getting on. Uh, I agree with. Okay, I agree with this somewhat because I played it. I enjoyed it. I've heard that the Reaper fight is really good, and this I agree with because other thing is that back then, okay. Here's the thing: when this came, P4 Arena came out in Xbox 360 and PS3, Arxis wasn't that famous as opposed to now because after Dragon Ball Fighters, Arxis started to get really famous. So when oh yeah, I forgot to activate the music. But when Atlas re-released or Arxis re-released P4 Arena for the PS4 and Nintendo Switch, it got pretty famous. So not as much because it's still an older game because everybody loves something new and shiny. But yeah, I can see this coming and becoming something good. But I feel like this. Okay, let me quote. I feel like this would come at a later date. The reason I do that is I make this video in an hour later than Arxis or Atlas announces P5 Arena. But yeah, I actually want to see. And man, we gotta see these guys growing up. Though I don't think we'll see that in P5 Arena. Okay, this is a big one. Okay. Yeah, it is. I love this one because they usually they most probably like make me like wrong and usually have a good reason. Okay. People tend to overplay who the strongest Persona protagonist is. I kind of agree with that. but let's continue. Many people assume it's Makoto because of the Great Seal and the Universe Arcana. Indeed. But the meaning of the Universe Tarot card is so ambiguous. Okay, so mainly, wait, let me. It based on the real universe beginning here. Okay, let me actually. I need to remember this. I don't remember correctly. So what Atlas sometimes does, I don't know if it's because the real name of Taros changed or maybe there's a translation thing. But if I'm correct, isn't in P3 it's called Fortune Arcana, and then in later games, or at least in P4, it's called Wheel of Fortune, or are they different? I believe they're the same. I think. But the thing I've noticed is I could be wrong. Hopefully I am, or I mean, why? It doesn't matter, but hopefully I'm right because we humans have the urge to be right. Um, Igor says to Makoto, "You can bring the miracle and stuff, and you can do anything, something like that, right? You have the ability to do the possible of the impossible." I don't remember the exact lines, but basically it's something like that. If I remember correctly, he does not say that for Joker or Narukami, but in the case of Joker, Devil's Advocate for Joker, I won't spoil, but we do know that Joker never fully got the treatment, basically, that the proper treatment that Makoto and Narukami got. So we do know that. Okay. Yes, there is an insinuation of the universe relating to higher being or plane, but that's all there is to draw from its tarot. For those who argue it's Joker for beating Adam. Oh yeah, I think I remember reading this part. I don't know who that is. It could be Royal. Wait, let me search that up. It could be Royal. Why did I write it like that? Okay, wait. Yeah, it's in Persona 5 Royal. Yeah, should I spoil myself? I don't know. Should I spoil myself? Hopefully there's nothing wrong here. Oh, I opened Bing because I'm at... Okay, we couldn't find anything. Oh, it's this thing I'm gonna zoom. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, I did spoil myself reading that. Okay, yeah, and I saw a Joker pick with the actual Joker. That was pretty hype, I guess. So let's continue on. Note that he never beat Adam directly. He beat the Persona user inside. He was able to open a hole just very long that hurt together. It would like having a partner. Okay, with regenerate out, healing all the damage they take, but then the enemy manages to land a Mudun on you, so they lose by proxy. I don't know P2 lore. Thanks. Me neither. So, I won't go into this as well. Thank you, Brian, for not playing Persona 2 because I haven't either. I don't know P2 lore well enough to say whether the claims about Tatsuya being the strongest is true or not. All in all, they're all in their own rights, and they've all showcased strength in different ways. Trying to compare them, even when Atlas is in charge to tackle, isn't worth it. One thing, okay. Besides, Narukami noticed everyone. He's such a Chad. Man started with... People tend to overplay who the strongest persona is. Narukami noticed everyone. Ended with that, but it was a fun one. First thing I gotta say, people don't do this, but when people... Here's the thing. Obviously, there are some differences with Makoto and Femc. Let's assume you're a Femc X. I know they're like gay relationships, the fans, so I'm gonna try to... Okay, Femc. I don't want to do Saori because Saori I think is a really good friend. So I don't want to even do Rio, but I think that's the closest. Femc X Saori. You're a relationship fan of that. So you can't compare that to Makoto because Makoto has never met Saori or Rio. And Rio. So you can't do something like a Femc X Rio. Did I say Saori before? I don't know. But you can't compare that with Makoto. Now you can make your own like fanfics. I don't care. But when you're talking about Makoto, you gotta talk about Femc. I guess, on the other hand, I played the answer. I guess I don't think... Because I guess never received... People say I guess is pretty strong because he just gained the powers, but unless they change that in the DLC, I guess doesn't get the social link treatment, social link powers, as opposed to all the Persona protagonists. And I don't think I guess even was told that she has the Universe Arcana. She just says that she has the power as same as Makoto. That could mean anything. It's just basically saying... Yeah, you have the treatment of Igor. The same treatment that all the Persona protagonists get. I think like 3, 4, and 5. I don't know about 2. And he's such a chat. Yeah, he is definitely. But I don't like the fact that people argue Makoto and don't FMC. I enjoy Terrorist, Fest, and Reload more than P4's Dungeons. Hmm. There's just something nice and cozy about just sitting down and grinding some floors. I also prefer the random general for style of 3 compared to 4. It's so funny. I did not even knew that 4 has random generated floors. There are some that are fakes, but most of them are randomly generated. I did not even know about that until like the P4 strat leveling strat is basically go to the secret lab and go to floor 6 and fight the golden hands if they appear in the first like 3 shadows. So I didn't even know they were randomly generated until I read about that. People saying, "Oh, a lot of floors are randomly generated, but this is one of them that isn't." And I was like, "Wait, what? There are randomly generated floors in P4?" Because usually it's puzzles, so I got pretty confused. But more than P4's dungeons. I can see that. Okay. I'll tell you why. P4's dungeons are really good. And I know a lot of people hate Tartarus. Me personally, I'll tell you why I like Tartarus. Not Reload. I think Reload Tartarus aesthetically and moving wise is pretty good. I do not like the boss fights in Tartarus and Reload at all. I think TRG just, and overall they're just pathetic even without TRGs. I do like the Monad passage or the Monad doors. Not doors, the passages. Monad doors are also pretty. Yeah. I would say that Tartarus having like a. I enjoy Tartarus Fest. This is where I'm gonna cover. Is that the split mechanic exists. Now I know it's a glitch, exploit, whatever. But it does exist. So it technically what you can do is just watch YouTube, press the split button. Hopefully the enemy hasn't been in the side of the map, that mini map, so that the enemies don't appear, and then you can find the stairs. Or sometimes you gotta find like the teleport, but you can just remove that. So I do enjoy the Taurus Fest. My main love for this, I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. Usually people don't talk about the JRPG gameplay of Persona. The Fest bosses and like the PS2 Taurus bosses are freaking amazing. They're done so well, so detailed and stuff that I love them. And that's where I can understand. Now when it comes to the P4 dungeons, their boss fights are good. But there are some where I go iffy. But P4 has my favorite boss fight. It's the how could I put it? Heaven boss fight. Because that boss fight tests your ability to make personas and stuff. It's basically a fight for the main character. Okay. I'll be honest. I start Persona almost a year playing Final, then played my favorite game. Actually, yeah, it's so weird. P3 Fest is also my favorite as well. It's so weird. Even though the gameplay I know people don't like, I still like it. And now I'm playing P4 Vanilla. Play Golden, man. I must say that I can't help but feel it as a downgrade of P3, even though it came out later. The menu, the mechanics, the fact you can't even talk to your friends individually while exploring the TV world. It feels like many steps back from what was seen in P3. Freaky Zone. You say vanilla. I don't have experience on that. But all these things that you mentioned, these all do exist in Golden. So me personally, I haven't played vanilla, so I can't comment on that. Choosing my favorite modern Persona game is multiple mode. They're all great in their own ways, but in Dungeon Quality, I feel like a step back. I disagree with that a bit. A bit. Because I don't think it's a step back. I can understand liking Taurus. I don't think it's a step back though. I feel like the vibes, music, and storytelling of the dungeons are better in P4 though. Yeah, see, that's the I agree with that. P3 does not have a main dungeon. And that's one thing I really liked about Reload is that when a full moon comes, they like if there's a dungeon type full moon or a direct boss fight, there's no enemies there. They just let you go in and fight the enemy. I do appreciate that in Reload. Yeah. Persona 6 better not have a golden or royal expansion. Atlas are like laughing. Here's the thing. This will most probably happen because even we see Reload having DLC, there was no reason to like added like the answers and extended because in the PS2 version, the answer or episode I guess has the same format as a DLC. Like today's DLCs are what the answer was back then. Different menu and everything. That's what like Resident Evil 8 DLC. Like I believe Resident Evil 7, The Last of Us Left Behind, all of these DLCs that are like currently like in I mean Last of Us is an old game, but all of these DLCs like Resident Evil 4 remake DLC or like so many other story DLCs, even the Arkham Knight DLCs, there's like a different menu for them and everything. And the thing is when they remake this, um I expect there to be like two different versions, which one will be normal, other will be golden. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do because they can do that with golden. With reload, I feel like they felt like, oh yeah, we can't do that. But with golden, they can. I hate these as well because it just feels. I love Persona, but it feels one of those tactics by Ubisoft or EA or something like that. Here, I have a game that's not complete. It is. It's still an experience, amazing experience. But then, like, we'll release DLC, but make it seem like it's not DLC, and then boom, here you go. We're reselling this shiny new game. Royal, they like I understand people love Royal, but come on, why? What was the point of the PS5 upgrade? I don't know. I actually don't know. But they're gonna do this. Yeah, they're gonna do this. Romance and Persona games aren't that important. I do agree in terms of importance, but let me get into this because I did read this and did thought about it a lot. So my brother was playing Persona, and my other friend, which I just talked about, he was like making others play Persona. My so my brother played Persona 3 Reload. He did not like the romance mechanic that much in a sense. He loved it, but he didn't like it like okay, so he likes Yukari. He dated Yukari. He didn't like the fact that it doesn't feel like she's your girlfriend at all because the only thing you talk to her and you just go to her room and you're like your urges are being satisfied, something like that. Like he didn't say that, I'm saying that. He just didn't like that there are some like okay, dates, Christmas dates and stuff, but there's nothing of that sorts. And that I do understand. He liked that in P4G you can meet with your friends in the evening and it feels like you can like hang out with your girlfriend. So in P4 he dated Rize because Rize is like very clingy and like into Narukami. So he dated Rize. He did say that if he plays again he's gonna date Chie because Chie, he really likes Chie. Her like tomboyish active personality. But he did like that you can meet in evening. My other friend, my friend who played P4 that I just recently talked about in this video, he said he dated Chie. He really loved Chie. He told me that he doesn't like the fact that like Rize in the storyline just acts like oh senpai, and then Chie doesn't do anything. He makes this claim that it doesn't feel like a real romance date. Like it doesn't feel like she's my girlfriend in the story. It's just something feels like in the side, which I do understand that part because it's only in like what was it, the fireworks festival where like the like boys are like, "Oh, did you go with anyone?" And then whichever girl you went with, the investigation team starts to blush. And the other issue I have with this is I feel like okay, so whenever they remake P4 and stuff, and like if this ever comes in the remake territory, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about it. Whenever they remake this, I don't think they're gonna do like they're gonna keep the relationships as same as that. They won't do gay relationships. Maybe they could do Yosuke because that was in the data files. But I think in P6 we might see that. Maybe an option or something like, or maybe it's just like you can date anybody. Um, the thing that I want to talk about is that my main issue with this is that I feel like unless they're like no social links at all or villains, I don't see like the main characters getting into any canon relationships. Because in P3, I feel like Atlas saw that and they might avoid that. Hopefully they don't do it. So in P3, Junpei has a relationship, an official canon relationship. So when you play as the female protagonist, you can't date Junpei at all. And Junpei, I feel like there are a lot of people who believe Junpei as their husband though, or like wants to date Junpei or whatever. I feel like Atlas would have seen that, and Atlas would have gone like, okay, we can't do relationships relating to story characters anymore. That I kind of hurts. That kind of hurts because it just feels like now there are no canon relationships. Even if you look at like Naoto and Kanji, like you can go like, okay, that was just kind of, yeah, two boys relationship in Persona, yeah, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm sorry for the spoiler there, but basically you can cut Kanji. So I look into this and go, okay, like I can understand this. And this is, but my other thing with this is just something fun. Like I made this clear that I don't care about the story that much. I love it. It's emotionally attaching. Like there's an attachment and you cry when the game ends. But for me, social links are more fun because it's just fun to hang out with your friends and see their storylines. So, like I do agree why it's not, it isn't that important, but it's fun. And one thing I want to add is like in Reload, why do you date Aegis? Like I know you're gonna say, "Yo, she's my waifu," but like you don't have any romance date. I hope like in future Persona games, what they do is after you complete a game and a new game plus starts, story can work as it is. Make sure all these social links are activated from the get go. Like you can do them from the start, but like you can just go to the roof and then there's a social link activate. Like let's say P4 Golden. No, oh no, Let's assume they won't do that with P4, but let's assume Persona 6 comes out, all the social, like there's a female social link that's like truly waifu material. Our social link starts in January, so all the dates you can't do except for the Valentine's Day date. What happens is when you complete the game, that social link of January when you start the game can be started as soon as the social link mechanic has started. So you can go to the wherever she is and start her social link. And I know it would look weird, but I feel like that could be just a way to add like more dates and like give more incentive to date other people. Persona very too much fire shifting into me. I disagree. This is one of those things where it goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think P3 takes the blueprint. It doesn't necessarily just copy paste it. In my opinion, this is more animated UI and more interactive as opposed to P5. Like P5 is amazing. But here's the thing. Here's my question to you. How many pause menus and UI and aesthetics videos complementing, like how many videos have you seen of Persona being complimented for this different UI aesthetics and the pause menu? And okay, then tell me how many videos have you seen of other games? I don't think so. Like I spend a lot of time in settings menu and the pause menu for Persona 3 and 5. Now there are very few games that I do that with. The Last of Us Part 2 is an example. Whatever you say about the game has amazing accessibility settings. So you usually can have fun, tweak around and stuff with it. So it becomes more fun. So I do go into the settings menu of that game, but it's for checking out the accessibility settings. But a lot of games don't have that. Even modern games don't have that. So you don't usually go to settings. And I know a lot of people say brightness, but usually HDR takes care of it. Like sometimes it doesn't, but it usually works out. And a lot of games have like you can just set your PS5 to that brightness or stuff, or that settings and stuff, and the games usually go with it. So usually I enjoy going through this, and I enjoy going through this more in the pause menu, because like Makoto moving around when you open the settings and it's like 9 written. When you're like moving around the social link, it's like this tarot card reverses, and like there's like this crystal where the social links faces are. It's pretty fun. Like you can like enjoy this for like an hour, which looks small, but tell me which like pause menu have you spent an hour on? Like I don't know. I kind of disagree with this. It's one of those things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I feel like what it means aesthetic wise is the vibe of the darkness that Pete, because a friend of mine did say that he does not like the vibe change. But that's just like graphic things. I hope like a lot of people want P4 vanilla. P4 whatever remake is called to be look like P4 vanilla. I hope so, but I can't guarantee. Makoto is the most important program in the series. Mementos is Again, please add FemC to that as well, because when you say this also means FemC. Continue on. Bro, it is optics. Oh goodness, I thought I'm so dumb. He's not sure. Oh, okay. I guess you can make this say he saved the world, but I can't comment on that. It's like everybody does it. Like, and please, when you add Makoto, please add FemC. Come on. Akinari is super overrated. Where's my? I'm joking. Oh, there it is. Wait, I can do the bit. What did you say? Huh? Okay, jokes aside. Let's read. Uh, I can see that because my brother was like, Akinari's social link is good, but it wasn't as much as he thought. People telling. Okay, it is a good social link, but there are many as good as it. I would say they're better. I do think Saori's is better. Now there are social links. I think Akinari is my second favorite as social links I've seen. I've not seen all of them. I'm talking about all of Persona. I've seen all the P3 ones. I think P3 male protagonist. I think Saori from Portable is why you can say is better. That's my personal pick for best social link. I think now there are some who can be in argument. Naoto, Kanji, Naoki are in argument, I think. Is there anybody else? Yosuke sucks. Yukiko's is good, but not in this level, I don't think so. Oh yeah, you can argue Aigis' social link. You can argue Aigis' social link. You can argue You can argue Shinji's social link in the female protagonist, I would say. I'm coming to P5. You can argue. I know a lot of people don't talk about it. You can argue Kawakami's social link, in my opinion. Who else? I haven't played Royal, so I'm not gonna comment on those three. I played Royal, but I haven't completed it. All the social links. There are a lot of social links I haven't done in P5, so. I would say Takemi's is really good. I wouldn't say one of the best. You can kind of add Futaba's here as well in this, like better than Akinari. It's like it. I have to think on this. People sometimes excuse it by saying it is the only social link that is related to the theme of the game. This line, if people say that, I do disagree with this. Because all of P4 social links, main character social links, are technically, most of them are about this. Yukiko, Rize, Kanji, now technically Naoto, all of them are about this. The only one that aren't is Yosuke, and I would say even Chie's is kind of about it. But yeah, but no, that's not true. Even Nozomi has something about that in the social link. I'm a Nozomi social link fan because I tend to understand his social link. A lot of people say it sucks. It's not the best, but it's decent. But although that is one of these themes of the game, it is not the only theme. Also, hope and the desire to persevere in the future, such as that of Mr. Yumi, the Drunken Mon, the old couple, Bye Bye, etc. Also, the fact that death, it isn't accepting death. It's more so, it's for the main characters. It's more so basically, let me explain. Heroes accept death, but it's okay to be scared by it. Villains accept death because it's gonna come, and we gotta like accept it and not be scared by it. You gotta understand this. It's a different type of weird formula, but the main characters are still afraid of death. They just accept it. That doesn't mean they're afraid of it. So I do understand. Okay, let's look at hope and desire to persevere in the future. Toriumi, yes. Monk, yes. Okapo, yes. Bebe, yes. I do agree with this. But it's a social link that, again, it's the only thing really. I think this means P3's theme. But if you mean like overall Persona themes, like in their respective games, then I disagree with this because there are a lot of social links in the Persona games that do the same. In some cases, focus only solely on that. Also, the fact that you can read Akinari's book, technically, not fully, but like, is mentioned in P4 a lot. Persona is the worst franchise to exist. Okay, by the way, don't hate on this guy. He's my friend. You know what you can do? Comment, trash talk One Piece. I like One Piece, but trash talk One Piece here. He's my friend. Don't worry. He commented. I saw the name. I instantly messaged the dude. Yeah. So, what's up, bro? So he's my friend. No need to hate on the guy. He's a pretty cool dude. If you want to have fun, don't hate on him. But if you want to do some trolling, delve into that, attack One Piece. But I think that's it, right? This was a fun one. None of these are like, okay, okay. This one I agree. This one I agree. This one I kinda disagree with. Until like people can tell me the whole where Makoto is told, like if it's only Makoto's who's told about this in FMC, like you have the power of the universe, you can do the impossible and miracle and stuff. You have the power to do the miracle. I enjoy Taurus. I have said this before. I do enjoy Fest more because of the bosses. So I kind of agree with this, but I do not agree with this. Technically, is that Taurus better than P4 Dungeons? I don't agree with this. This I can't comment on. I haven't played this. I played Golden. This is not a hot take actually. I'm also tired of these, so I kind of agree with this. I kind of agree with this, but in a different perspective. Disagree with this. I disagree with this. Please add FMC to this, and I disagree with this. Mementos, yeah. Mementos sucks. Yeah, I hate the fact that you're in a car. Honestly, for me it removes the mobility. I don't know why. I don't like the car mechanic. Akinari is super overrated. I kind of disagree. I kind of disagree with this. He's not overrated, but I can understand this. I kind of like if I think about this, I might agree with this. I do agree with this, and I do agree with this. Nah, I'm not agreeing with this at all. Please humble the dude with some trolling for One Piece against One Piece, but I think that's good enough. We dived into all these hot takes. I might do this monthly or maybe like 2-3 months later, depending on the situation. But hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, click on notification bell. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona video. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want these more, just tell in the comments. And videos like these, some other videos. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, click on notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.